Very good evening to you. Welcome to the Football Sleep. My name is Robinson Okenya. For the next 1 hour, it's all about what is happening in the world of football. I'm not alone. Cedric Musumba, how are you?
Very much.
Today you're excited.
I am. And I've always been excited. Why are you saying that? I've been like this.
Yes.
And it has been actually, I can say they have a fine moment for the past 2 months. We have sport after sport, sport after sport. And you know, that's where we thrive most.
Yes.
We love walking through the sport spaces. And that's what has been happening to us.
I know you've been, the entire week you've been juggling between athletics and football.
No, you see, even you know where I trade most. And that's where my interest has been. Like, that's why I'm happy today. Because we have been doing well. Remember, we have come from Chan.
Yes.
Then we have some little bit of a disappointment, you know. I don't want to mention. But again, it has come now what's called athletic that has put again a smile on our face. Each and every day is winning, gold, silver, gold.
Tomorrow we have more gold medals coming.
It's only that the other country that I don't want to mention that like doing the and you know it.
Yes.
I don't want to mention it here.
Yes.
But if not that country,
yes,
we would have reclaimed our sport that we had in 2015, being the world #1 athletic nation.
I think one of the reasons why some of these countries seem to have better, medals is because higher number of medals. Is because
but we are number 2 on the.
Yeah, number 2. But when you look at countries like China,
USA.
USA, the reason why they perform well is because they participate in so many disciplines. Compared to us who are, just track to track, So we need to diversify.
So unasema short put hatuwezi fanya.
Tunaweza. Short put Gurmaya fine.
Hassan, let us not actually underrate ourselves. If not in a mixed relay, 4x400, we almost actually got a medal. If not us really infringing the lane. I know that team would have given us a medal.
Definitely.
And again, tomorrow, we are going in some of the 2 disciplines that we are not traditionally associated ourselves with. 4x400 again men, and 4x...
That's a plus.
1x400 men again. They are going to hit. And I'm pretty quite sure that those men, if they reorganize themselves, they can be in the podium.
It's interesting because, as you say...
Umegeuza football sleep.
Kidogo tu yani, kidogo, tukue Tokyo kidogo. It's interesting because
yes.
There are so many Julius Siegos in Kenya.
Only that they're
not discovered. I can assure you, they just need to be discovered. There are so many guys, short put. Short put. Short put. It happens even at Nyayo.
Hata Baron Ochenga anarusha mpira mpaka inaenda pale kwa nini.
So we just need to nurture.
Short put. Wale wako nayo. Wale mbona wajitokeze.
Ndio sisi ndio wanahabari. Mashindano ya kukwea nini mnazi unaza.
Yes. Na unajua pia wewe. Unajua pia wanafanyanga hii mchezo inapea hii. Hata huko.
Hata huko kwanza sana.
Wewe Mason.
My friend, what do you mean? What are you saying?
Hii mikono hata ikae kama maji man. Yeah.
But I agree with you that we can also participate in some of these tournaments that we feel like, disciplines as we call them, that you feel that maybe hatujajifunza. Look at Yego, you say, alisema amejifunza sana kupitia YouTube, and now he is participating. So as Sedo is saying, we can try next time.
He was a world champion.
Next time we can try and have even more, so that we can try to compete with that country that you don't want to.
That one country. There's no any other, for real. In athletics, we don't have any other country apart from that one country.
And that always.
At the moment, there's a moment that actually we ousted them from that particular position. They started talking ill about us, that we doped, we did what and everything, because we reclaimed our rightful position. We need still to go ahead and reclaim it.
But I love the fact that we are top of the table in Africa.
Yeah, the ladies have done so well. By the I'm so proud of their achievements. The likes of Faith Kipyegon, flying our national flag up up
But
there.
also credit, we have broken the barrier of not necessarily coming from one region.
Yeah.
Currently, as we talk, 800 meters is a Nyanza affair.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We have the likes of Odira, Mora. That's a Nyanza affair.
Yeah.
Talk about 800 men is now a Aduya Western affair.
Yes.
So we are breaking those barriers, and we are trying to usher in some new kind of that will put us.
We also get there. Also as a community, we
Regions, we are
want
not
us to
talking
sort,
about communities. Talk about regions.
I want us to sort Hassan's sound in a bit. But let's begin by, rolling back how the week has been. Because if we start talking about athletics, believe me, hatutamaliza. Now that, we are getting gold day in, day out. Gold coming, silver pale, bronze.
namnai.
Hey, and the good thing is we've seen youngsters who are coming up pretty well, and they are now the new faces.
The future.
Yeah, the future is very bright. And of course, we are guaranteed that we will still continue.
True.
Dominating in athletics. So let's begin by recapping how the week has been. Vitu mingi may happen. There has been a lot of Champions League action. Yes, the new season began. The new Champions League season is here. And let's take a look at, what happened. And Cedric, your favorite team was in action. Real Madrid getting a 2-1 win against Marseille. A win that they did not deserve.
Not necessarily. They did some changes, just like any other team. They have been in a transition, and their transition is slowly picking up, simply because since they did that transition after the Club World Cup, they have not registered a loss. And that's a positive kind of an essence to a team like of Real Madrid. Remember, it's associated by fans who actually enjoy winning. A loss or a draw to Real, it's a disservice to it's fun.
A draw is like a loss.
Yeah, so I necessarily doesn't really say that they are not there, but they are in the right direction. Those are youngsters. We are seeing the likes of Dean Huijsen, who are still running through the ropes, and they are picking. We have the Adagula. They are picking up very well, and they can really still give the Real Madrid fan base and the ardent fans whatever they want. That's what their fans are really just looking for. Their goals, and if the goals are coming that are giving them win, why not? They are still there. They are still the Real that everyone has really seen. They haven't been beaten. They went, they got those penalties. Still, they came out of that particular battle as the victors. Yeah, so the Real Madrid that we have celebrated over ages is still the Real Madrid that we will still move along with. And here it is. Mbappe is here to win us UEFA this season.
You're saying that you will get something this
It's
time.
not going to be easy.
UEFA. We don't want anything about it.
It's UEFA.
Less than
The 15th? The 16th?
Yes.
Are you sure?
We have always been sure.
Daniel
There's no
Kariuki.
other fan who has been sure like a Real Madrid fan.
Karaoke. We had Barcelona in action yesterday.
Yes.
Marcus Rashford.
And thank you very much for bringing Barcelona immediately after Real Madrid.
By design.
Definitely. You saw how that team, Barcelona, the youngsters are having the game. Actually, I was looking at the midfield, Frenkie de Jong and Pedri. There's some very good collaboration there, and there is some coordination nzuri sana. And talking about Rashford, no one has ever been in doubt about Rashford's potential and talent. The only problem is that maybe he has been having this feeling like, I am already there. And maybe that one may affect his potential. Look at how he performed well. He went to Aston Villa on loan. I know he's also in Barcelona on loan.
Yes.
And you can see he's showing that potential. What he had forgotten is that he was getting old. Right now he's 27. So right now is when he was supposed to be at his prime.
Peak. Yes.
Sasa ndio anaanza kupick pole pole to be at his prime. Yes, he scored 2 goals, but I still feel it is still early to dictate how he's going to be at Barcelona. Maybe he has taken the opportunity that the young star who is suffering from a disease we don't know, yes, was not there. And he took the opportunity to prove his potential and his talent to the fans who are watching the Champions League night.
But Karaoke also, when you look at Barcelona, the way they play, Marcus Rashford is surrounded by very good players, ball carriers.
Are you saying he was not
Thank you.
surrounded by people who are good in Manchester?
He's just being fair enough to any football fan.
Really?
And he's being realistic to what has been happening. Yesterday, he could get actually all the supply that he required from all angles, unlike Manu in Manchester United.
Are you saying he has been playing a wrong position in Manchester?
No, we are talking about somebody to feed you with balls that can really give you goals.
So you're talking of midfield, maybe?
At any given chance, Rashford had a ball, and he tried actually to hit the target. Wherever that target bounces, that ball was still coming back to him. That's what we are talking about.
The likes of Rafinha, they're always there. People are, ball carriers, people who are...
Maybe we should be saying...
They do the heavy lifting.
Maybe we should be saying... maybe I think we should not be saying that he is surrounded by people who are supplying him with the balls. He has been in Manchester for quite some time.
No, you are not.
Karaoke.
You are not being fair to Rashford.
No, but also Karaoke. But also, I mean, are there footballers, ball carriers, at Manchester?
You're looking at it right now.
That's the point.
Look at it. You are looking at it right now.
You are forcing the co-owner to...
No,
I'm saying you are looking at Manchester right now. But he has been there since Van Gaal time. I think that's when he broke into the senior
But
career.
Manchester has been performing dismally for a very long time. Since the Ferguson retired.
I still feel
Karaoke.
We
need to base this conversation.
No,
base this conversation to what Resari happened yesterday.
Okay.
How many times did Rashford got prime balls that made him actually hit the target?
In fact,
was he getting those balls?
Where was he getting those balls?
Were on target and were goals. 6 of them. And I agree that yesterday, truly, we saw the Rashford we know. But I'm saying, let's first watch for some few other games. We know if indeed
no, for us
it was yesterday that we were having...
For us who have been following him, even back at La Liga, he has been getting such kind of ball. It's only him who has not been actually hitting the target the way it is required. Like yesterday, he was lucky enough.
So he also has
but the supplies has been coming. Rashford has been getting the required, deservable supplies to hit the target.
So are you saying that this game, Barcelona's game versus Newcastle, is what now imeamusha Rashford?
They were so numerous. You see, when you score, you start actually growing into your nerves. You become now dependable kind of.
Let's not.
Also playing against Newcastle United, there was that home factor. I'm at home, back in England. Back in against a team that plays in the Premier League, I need to show these guys that this is what will be missing.
But now that we are speaking about England, Hassan Juma, Man City, after getting a 3-0 win against Manchester on Sunday, they continued with another 2-0 win against Napoli yesterday.
Well, they won, but I felt from my seat, I feel like they struggled. They left it late, very, very late. Remember, Napoli played a big chunk of that match with the 10 players, 9 on-field players. So Manchester City is not the Manchester City of yesteryears. There is something that is not clicking.
That thing that is not clicking is on the Napoli side. He went to Napoli, the player that made them tick. He went to Napoli. Now that they're not, there's something that is not clicking, but at least they're getting wins. Cedric Musumba, Arsenal was in action against Athletic Bilbao, and they got a 2-0 win.
This is a team that has actually banked a lot of hopes into the signing that they have had. And I think they are quality signings going by how they have been playing and the register, the bench that they have had of late, seeing actually the strength that are bringing in at certain points. You could tell an Arsenal that has been missing today. Last season Arsenal. I think fans have a lot of confidence in this particular team given at how it has been playing. And necessarily their style of play also has actually been converted into now a scoring goal style. And you could literally see what is happening. So as to say, if even their defense, the likes of Saliba gets an injury, Christian Mascara comes in and fill in with a lot of energy that is required.
Yes.
No one could think that that kind of a 13 million player would come and give a value like he was bought at 100 or 70 something million euros.
Yes.
So as to say, Arsenal has gotten in some of the kind of a player that cannot really give them an excuse of not going out of the season without a silverware. They happen to do so, it's to them to blame.
Actually, Sedo, my only worry is exactly what you just said. Like, there are high expectations from fans. Remember, this is a team that has been finishing runners-up. So now the expectations are that this time round, they'll come good and win the title. Whether Mikel Arteta psychologically has what it takes to make sure his charges win the title is...
Winning the title is...
It's
a long shot, having in mind that they've already lost a game this
but
season.
But if they don't win the title,
and
I can assure you, Mikel Arteta might be...
For you to win the league, you should not lose more than 2 games the entire season.
That's true.
Yeah.
And you see, a league is not like a tournament. You cannot plan ahead of it. Because a tournament is 6-5 matches and you already have it.
Yes.
And like a league is a marathon. They are playing 38 matches. At some point, when you are on top of your peak, you take a break. Then your player comes back with some injury, out of form and everything. So there are so many aspects, dynamics, that disorganizes the league before you come to an end of it. And those are the things that they need to
Are you
manage.
saying this time round, Karaoke's Manchester United might win the league? Win the league?
Oh, of course, we all know they can't win the league. Karaoke, you know Club Brugge? Yeah. Club Brugge, do you know Club Brugge?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, they were in action. They got a massive 4-1 win against AS Monaco. It was a very, very interesting fixture. I don't know if you watched it. Very, very interesting fixture.
Actually, looking at Monaco, when they got the penalty.
I know you were looking for Pogba, but you didn't see him.
Yeah, he was not playing. Yes. But when they got the penalty, I think it was the 12th, 13th minute there, I felt like, for the first 7-8 minutes, I was actually talking to you and told you, Monaco had only, I think, 43 passes. Well, Club Brugge were having almost 100 and something. They were headed to 100 and something passes, meaning they were in control of the game. And when Monaco got the penalty, I thought maybe they will score and they will try to stabilize. But when they lost the penalty, that's when I knew it was now time to lose. Yeah, and Club Brugge, having had all the time to play for the 10-12 minutes, and then these ones lost the Monaco lost the penalty. I knew sasa they have taken it serious. Kumbe tunaweza pigwa kimchezo. I love the fact that they're in the Champions League. Last season I think they were in Europe, if I'm not wrong. And they were shining in Europa in a very good way.
No, they were in Champions League.
They were in Champions League.
They were in Champions League.
Oh,
Union St. Gilloise is the one that was in Europa.
I think I'm confusing then with that. It's Bordeaux that I'm confusing with
Bordeaux.
that. It's in the Champions
it's the only team going to face Monaco that has not taken a break. Remember, they're coming from a playoff.
Yes.
So their play actually, they have gelled up very nicely, and they knew each other even before that Monaco game.
Yes.
That's why you could see them transiting. And if you look at how they have been building, I think Belgium squad actually builds a lot around this particular team.
Right.
Currently, as they are in form, and some of their players actually they are playing for their national team. So as to say, this team is so strong compared to Monaco, if you ask me.
Yes, aside from that, Hassan, the defending champions PSG were in action, and they started with a bang. 4-0 win against Atalanta.
Well, I expected them to win. I mean, PSG has been, one of those teams to watch. I feel like it's one of those teams.
Can they retain the Champions League?
Those were my next ones. I feel like this is one of those teams that I feel has what it takes to retain the title.
Yeah.
Sedo, I know you watched this game.
Yeah, retaining is another it's a conversation for another day.
You don't have to throw in Real Madrid.
In fact, I forgot to tell him about Barcelona.
Teams, actually, the Arsenal outside there, and given how the technical bench have rearranged those teams,
Arsenal,
seeing them.
they will fluff their lines.
The Arsenal's in the teams.
The Arsenal, the weapons.
Not the club.
Not this one.
Yeah.
I thought about...
You see, talk about the team that we have just from discussing about that played in England and they ended up winning in a style with their youngsters. That's also a title contender. Talk about the team that also hosted one of the EPL team back at the German. That's also a title contender. So as to say, it's too early.
But when you look at PSG,
when you look about this team, and I agree with you, these are teams that
they've not lost
and
their
it has
players
been together
exactly.
for a while.
Yes.
And how they transit, they play with a purpose.
Yes.
And anyone in this particular team can score. We are talking about right now.
Marquinhos scored first.
Yes, team hiring strikers. Them, they don't think about strikers. I think Luis Enrique will tell you that I have everyone as a striker. In my
I don't
team.
need a striker.
Yes,
Because
Marquinhos
scored.
Nuno Mendes will score.
Yes.
Hakimi actually missed it by an inch, remember?
Yeah.
So everyone in that team has an anger of scoring.
And they're enjoying the game.
Bradley Bacola, when he lost a penalty, that penalty was answered, but the result was answered back by Nuno Mendes and Makino. Literally, it's a team that anyone will enjoy to watch, as Hassan will say. And their style of play is a style that everyone in this planet of ours will not necessarily leave that screen without really getting attached to.
Enjoy.
That
There's
possession.
value for football.
There's value for football.
Yes.
So how they lost it at the Club World Cup, and I was telling somebody they were taking it like a pre-season. And that's why they ended up, they were not serious about the club. They were still in celebration about winning the UEFA Championship. This to me, it is the current, according to my understanding, is the current club champions, World Cup champions, Club World Cup champions.
Chelsea are the champions.
I know
Club
they
World
won it. I know they won it.
Yeah.
But if it were for them to take it serious, it was for them to lose, and they lost it because they were not taking it serious.
Robbie, I'm actually putting my money on PSG because when you look at the squad, you know, they've not lost players.
They've not lost players.
Apart from,
Kimpembe and
To
Donnarumma.
win Champions.
to retain
it,
the UEFA Champions League.
To defend it.
Yes.
Simbaya.
Kariuki, I want us to take a short break. When we come back, we continue that conversation of teams that have impressed in the Champions League. Also, we'll be taking a look at the results from our predictions. Kariuki's predictions, Hassan's prediction, as well as my prediction from last week. We'll also be taking a look at the games that we've selected for this weekend, as well as our predictions. That will be in a bit.
We value your feedback and